Welcome to the Pre-Snap Podcast presented by LineStar. Your top 3 NFL player prop bets for Thursday Night Football, lucky week 13, alongside my co-host Tyler Wiemann. I am Shannon Sommerville. Tyler, we got a good game on deck, an NFC battle. The Seattle Seahawks taking on the Dallas Cowboys. They're in the midst of a pretty tough stretch going up against teams like the Eagles. They got the 49ers coming up again. But first, they got to take a trip to Dallas to take on the Cowboys, who have been dominant at home. Any first reactions to this game?
It's just got to be better than the Monday night game we saw. So, any football that's better than that, I'm down for at this point.
Speaking of Monday night, I'm still bitter because we were trying to go 3 for 3 in our props and we missed by a hook. Oh my goodness. Tyler, your prop bet hit Jordan Addison over 3.5 receptions. Cash it. We also had DJ Moore's over on receiving yards. Cash that. How about Alexander Mattison over 11.5 receiving yards? He had 11. Womp, womp, womp. So, you know what? We're looking to go 3 for 3 today. I think, luck's going to swing our way in this one after that bad beat on Monday night. But nonetheless, if we do hit 3 for 3, one randomly selected commenter will win $60. So make sure, if you haven't already, do us a huge favor, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and comment below. And you could be that winner. We'll announce it on the next show. Also, our picks are available on Underdog Fantasy, PrizePicks, Sleeper, CHALKBOARD, all great apps that you can place these picks. If you don't have them, use the promo code LineStar when you download them to get $100 of your first deposit matched. And the tool we're using is the PropsAI tool, and you can find that on the LineStar app. It's a great tool that will help you do all the research and kind of sort through everything, help you find the best value in the prop market, which is exactly what we're doing for this Thursday night football game. We've got a little leverage that we found in this one. So let's say we just kick things off. Let's win some money here on Thursday night football, week 13. We're going to start things off with Dallas Cowboys rookie tight end Jake Ferguson over 34.5 receiving yards at -115. LineStar is projecting the over here. And in fact, he has gone over that line 5 of the last 9 games, averaging just over 38 receiving yards per game. Hey, not bad for a rookie. And going up against a Seattle defense that's middle of the pack in terms of pass defense DVOA versus opposing teams' tight ends, Ferguson's been a really integral part of this offensive scheme over the last several weeks. So I like the over here. What about you, Tyler?
Yeah, I do too. One of the things that we've seen with Dallas this year too is they have been attacking the weaker parts of the defense. Attacking through the tight end is the weakest part of this secondary. And so I think the Ferguson over 34.5 is a good spot to attack for us as well.
Yeah, we've hit this prop bet a few times over this season and it has cashed for us. So we're going to keep rolling right back to it. Now it is time for you and I, Tyler, to pick our favorite props of the night. Where are you headed for your prop bet on Thursday Night Football between the Seahawks and the Cowboys?
I haven't been able to do it for a little while, but we're getting the Tyler bump. We're going Tyler Lockett over 47.5. That's -120 on sportsbooks. I think he's in a really good spot. He's averaging 52 yards on the season, over in 6 of 11. The DVOA here for Dallas is pretty good, but I do think the wide receiver 2 can win, especially when it's WR2 that is as good as Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, I was going to say. Especially when it's Tyler Lockett.
He's not the normal
your wide
WR2.
receiver 2, not your average wide receiver 2 there. Yeah, good spot there for him. For my prop bet, I am going to Brandon Cooks over 40.5 receiving yards. LineStar is projecting him for about 48.6, so we really like the over here. And in fact, he's averaging just over 45 receiving yards per game. He's gone over that mark for the last 5 games. He's really turned it on. And the Seahawks rank 29th in pass defense DVOA versus opposing teams' wide receiver 2s. And Brandon Cooks is a wide receiver 2 who just had 173 receiving yards a couple weeks ago against the Giants here. I'm not saying he's going to have that kind of output in this game, but hey, he has scored in 3 straight home games, and it seems like they're starting to work him into the offense a little bit more over the past several weeks. I like the way this offense is rolling here with the Cowboys. I know I kind of maybe talked a little trash earlier in the season about Mike McCarthy and his play calling duties, but they seem to have found a rhythm on offense over the last several weeks. Yeah. And I think they're going to utilize Brandon Cooks to be effective against this Seahawks defense. they're hard to stop at home. Let's just get real. And I think Brandon Cooks is going to be a big part of that equation, especially I think they're going to try to key in on CeeDee Lamb in this one. So I think Dak Prescott will have to look to some other places to get those yards. All right. What do you think about Cooks here?
I definitely did not expect the Cowboys offense to have 7 games of over 30 points scored. And Cooks is definitely a big part of that. I like him in this game. Seattle's been hard to throw on in some spots here.
Sure.
But Cooks is a legit number 2, and CeeDee Lamb has a real tough matchup this week.
Yeah, I mean, and Brandon Cooks has been doing a really great job of getting separation against the defenders. I like his spot here. So we're going to just roll with the over there for those ones. Again, you can find these picks, Underdog Fantasy, PrizePicks, Sleeper, and Chalkboard. And when you play on those apps, make sure to download those apps. Use the promo code LineStar for $100 of your deposit match. So those are our prop bets for Thursday Night Football. Let's hope we go 3 for 3 and don't get caught by the hook like we did on Monday night. But now let's turn to our touchdown calls of the game. Tyler, who you got for an anytime touchdown Thursday night?
I'm going with the big tight end, Jake Ferguson, plus 175 to get in the end zone. Look, I think CeeDee Lamb has a very tough matchup. He is the obvious one to get a touchdown today, but I don't love the minus 140 price you got to pay. Plus 175 for the guy with the second on the team in red zone targets. Sounds pretty good for me, so I'm going Jake Ferguson.
Tyler, you talked a lot about the value for these touchdown calls, and I think I found some value with Brandon Cooks here at plus 260. He has scored in 4 of the last 6 games, and again, going up against the Seattle defense, 29th in pass defense DVOA versus opposing teams wide receiver 2, where they have struggled in that pass defense, has been against some of the secondary wide receivers, and in fact, a wide receiver 2 has had a touchdown in 3 of the last 4 games against Seattle. So at that plus 260 price tag for Brandon Cooks, I like his spot here. I think he could potentially even go off a little bit. Let's see if he finds the end zone in this one like he has, especially in home games. I think he has scored each of the last, all those 4 touchdowns that he has on the season. I think all of those have been at home. So this is a good spot for Brandon Cooks here, especially at that nice plus money price tag. All right, now let's get into tonight's game. It's let's look at the spread here. All right. It had been 8.5. It has since moved to -9 in favor of the Cowboys in this one, who are 8-3. The Seahawks coming into this one 6-5. They've lost 3 of the last 4. Tyler, how are you playing this one?
I don't think the Seahawks win, but I think they're going to cover. I think it's at least going to be a close game.
I don't know on this one. Cowboys looking for their 14th consecutive home win. They've been absolutely dominant at home, outscoring opponents at home 205-60. Also 43 or more points the last 3 outings. They lead the NFL in scoring margin, Tyler. 2nd in offensive EPA, 3rd in defensive EPA, and Dak Prescott just received the highest grade for a quarterback by PFF since 2007 after his Thanksgiving performance. Just saying.
I have a big but about your home road splits.
Okay, let's hear it.
They have played the Jets offense, the New England offense, the Rams, the Giants, and Washington at home.
Okay.
Not
Fair
exactly
point by you,
who's
Tyler.
who as far as offense.
You mean we're not going to say Zach Wilson is a prolific offense there with the Jets? The guy who's stumbling out onto the fields? Hey, they're the team that has beat the Eagles. The lone blemish of the Eagles this season has been against the Jets, which is just mind-boggling in itself. Nonetheless, a good point, though. I do expect the Cowboys to be okay in this one. I know the Seahawks, this is a must-win game for them. They've got a really tough stretch coming up against, they still have games against 49ers, Eagles. Like, this is a murderer's row for them. And they gotta compete in this one. I think Geno's a little bit beat up, though, as well. Like, teams have been getting to him. He's been getting rattled back there. So against this Cowboys defense that has just been awesome this season, it's going to be...
It'll be a tough one for him, for sure.
So I'm going to roll with Cowboys to cover here at home in this one. But, hey, we don't always have to agree, Tyler. We can agree to disagree and then just make fun of the other one when they lose, That's just how we roll.
We are both agreeing the Cowboys win the game.
Oh, yes. I think we are. So There we go.
We're just
Finding
not
some
agreeing
common
on
ground.
the spread. Yes.
All right. So make sure if you haven't already, do us a huge favor. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, comment below, comment enters you into our prop bets contest. If we hit 3 for 3, someone's winning $60. And it always just helps us out, helps us keep feeding you guys all of this content we're coming out with. Make sure you stay tuned because Tyler will be coming out with some DFS advice for you guys. He's been raking in the dough this season, so hopefully you've been paying attention to his advice and utilizing that. Those LineStar projections have been awesome this season. Speaking of LineStar, it's the holiday season. Hey, what better little stocking stuffer than a good old LineStar subscription, that PropsAI tool that'll help you win more money. It's the gift that keeps on giving throughout the season. We've got NBA, NFL, we'll have MLB later this season. We've got college football coming up. I mean, what could be a better gift to give a loved one, right, Tyler?
I agree.
Okay. That's going to do it for us for Thursday Night Football. Let us know where you're headed in the prop market because we're all trying to win some money. Group project. Let's help each other out and beat the books. Good luck, everybody. We'll see you guys next time.
Have a good one, guys. Bye.